Hello and welcome to our sixth meeting. This is Sue with Nicki, who is looking at how quantum touch may or may not help her fibromyalgia. Hello, Nicki.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Okay. You?
Well, thank you. How have you been since our last session, which was 10 days ago?
Just turning my volume up. Okay. Notice a little bit with anxiety, kind of flaring, maybe more so than it had been, because it had dropped back right down since we'd started. I get a bit of pain more so in my legs and things, but it's been quite wet recently, so the weather does tend to affect it quite a lot. No, like, headaches that I've normally been having, and shoulder pain isn't too bad. So it's almost like it's like my lower body is kind of still acting up, but my upper body is feeling better than it was, which is funny because last week was the week that I said about it literally felt as though someone was like pushing down on my spine. So
how have you been with fatigue?
Not as bad as last week.
Okay.
So that's good. I ended up staying off work the last 2 days of last week because I ended up with a stomach bug. But regardless, I've been finding I've been able to actually get up out of bed, and I've been on, because middle shifts this week, so 9-5s, normal working times, and I've been getting up, going, having a bath, and I've not been kind of dropping down as soon as I get home. So it feels a lot more, I'm still tired, but I'm not dropping like I was.
Okay. We talked about whether your shift patterns made a difference to how you performed at work. Did you get a chance to take a look at that?
I haven't managed this week, only because the fact it is so super busy. I've not delved into them. I've had a bit of a look at them, but I had noticed towards the end of last week there was a bit of a dip, which would coincide with what we were saying. And then this week I've been feeling much more like myself, and again they've started going back up again. So yes, I mean, I've not delved into it, but on the surface, yes, it's
okay. Well, let's have a look at how you're scoring everything today then. What's the score for your hips?
probably around a 7. They're quite sore at the moment. Not as bad, actually, bizarrely. We'll go with a 5.
Your shoulders?
3 to 4.
And your hands?
1, a little bit, not too much.
Okay. Your wrists?
Nothing, actually. 0.
Your feet?
1, 2. There's been a little bit creeping in.
Okay. And your ankles?
Again, it kind of coincides with the feet, so we'll go 1, 2 on that as well.
Okay. What score would you give for fatigue?
Probably a 4.
How have you been sleeping?
Okay, actually, thinking about it, I had one night, I think, where it's just one of those nights, where you just can't get comfortable and you just turn the pillow and things like that. But it wasn't anything pain related or anything. It was just one of those nights. Other than that, I've actually been I've been going to sleep by 10:30. I've been tired, like just sleepy tired, and then I've been waking up at 7, and like I said, just being able to get up out of bed. So sleeping well.
Wow, that is good, isn't it? How's your concentration been?
Okay, again, it's one of those ones, it all depends. So it was worse, say, over the end of last week. I couldn't, it was almost like tunnel vision. I could only concentrate like one thing at a time.
Was coming on?
Yeah, it could have been, actually. But again, it's like today I've had kind of multiple things going on, and I find myself, you know, talking and still being able to work on the computer at the same time and things. So it's kind of coming back slowly, but my speech is still not quite right.
Okay. Not quite right. Headaches, you said, have been clear. How's
Mm-hmm.
your IBS been?
Actually, it's been better. I had, apart from the bug, which was a bug,
Yes.
once that had run its course, it's actually been, you know, for me, fairly normal.
Okay. Your grip, have you been able to grip things okay?
Yeah, there's I've not really had much opportunity. Again, it's just been a case of I've only really been like working and things, but I've had no issue with the typing and the mouse and things like that, so that's all been fine.
And your eyes?
Again, a little bit almost that like grittiness almost, but nothing to the point where it was just like, you know, kind of sore. It's just a little bit niggly.
So last week you said that you felt sort of a bit angry, short-tempered. How
Mm-hmm.
have you been this week?
It's almost swapped yesterday. Yesterday almost got to the whole, I wanted to just tell everyone what to do with themselves yesterday, and it's got to that point. But yet today, like I said, it's almost like my I've got an anxiety thing that's taken over instead, and I feel a little bit like weepy, and yeah, it's a bit odd. I seem to have just snapped from one to the other, or it keeps kind of like swapping over and things. So
Okay. Today we're going to do an hour session so you can see if there's any difference that you can see between the benefits of half an hour and an hour.
mm-hmm.
So it may just be that you sleep a bit longer, but we shall see. Okay, so we'll pause for an hour and
Mm-hmm.
I'll see you back at the end of the hour and see how you found all that.
Perfect. I will put my
Hello again, Nicki's back.
Hi.
How was that, Nicki?
It was really weird. Again, totally different sensation this time. It was I felt as though, again, my lower half almost got heavy, like it wasn't there, you know, like when it's asleep. It went like that quite quickly, and it's almost like my whole body relaxed very quickly this time. Didn't get the falling sensation because I've had that a few times now with the almost like it felt like I was falling backwards. Didn't get that at all. But again, it took me a little while this time, I think, again, with the anxiety I talked about earlier, to almost like get myself calm and get everything right. But no, it was yeah, it went, I don't know how it felt for you, but it went by quite quickly actually.
Did you fall asleep?
I think I was in and out.
Right, here we go. Hips.
It sounds like I say that to my dog. And they do actually feel better than they were. They're quite warm to the touch though, which is odd. I've not had that before.
That can be a sensation, a healing reaction that you can experience.
Oh,
Quite
there we go.
heat or cold. Quite a common thing.
That's really, really weird. That's the first time that's happened to me, and it's all in the same place as well, on both sides. I don't know, probably they do feel better. We'll go with a 5. Lower back, again, that actually feels all right at the moment. So just out of curiosity, I'm just going to see if that. See, that's the opposite. That's freezing. How weird is that? Oh, okay. Probably a 3 to 4. Sorry. Oh, shoulders. They're actually okay. They're bizarrely a little bit tight here, which is odd because it's normally down the back of the spine. But again, they're okay. Go with a 3. Oh, hands feel okay actually. One of them did go to sleep at one point, so it's a bit cold down the one side, but no, they're actually looser than they were before as well. So we'll stick with the 1. Zero, fine. Bizarrely, I can't actually feel them yet, which is a bit odd. So I just can't feel them at all.
Your ankles would be the same, would they?
No, ankles, I'd say a 0 actually. It's really odd. I cannot feel. This is bizarre because I don't know if it's because we've had a longer session. Oh, I don't know. It's really weird. But no, I can't feel them at all.
Again, these other things are things that you experience over a period, and you were anxious at the start. Are you feeling more relaxed now?
Yeah, I feel much calmer than I was. It was like my heart was racing and everything. I feel a bit more normal now.
Okay. Something that occurred to me while I was doing all the things, and when you have the tummy bug, do tummy bugs last longer now you've got fibromyalgia?
They tend to, yeah. It's almost like so I had like the sickness and everything with it as well, and even though the kind of bug itself felt as though it had gone, I ended up getting nausea for a few days and things afterwards, even though there was nothing wrong with me. It was just that, and then I still kept getting almost like that ache that you get with the stomach bug, even though again there was nothing. So everything, whenever I get ill, just seems to be prolonged a little bit. It just takes me that little bit extra just to kind of get better.
Have you done any activity with your family since the last session at all? Have you been out and about and more active?
I have. I went out, I popped into our local town and took the dog for a run. She ran, I didn't, but I was able to, walk around with the frisbee, playing with the ball, things like that. So that was quite nice. And again, it hurt. I got to the point where I was like, look, I need to go. We need to go and sit down. But then normally I'd be expecting the next day to almost have to recover, and I found my recovery is a lot quicker. So I was a bit stiff in the morning, but instead of kind of staying at that point where it was taking me half an hour to get out of bed, I actually felt okay by the afternoon. So I know it sounds really silly, but I went to the shop by myself, which I haven't done since, this pandemic and everything. So I went by myself to go and get my son some school clothes, and I was able to walk around for a little while, go to the till by myself, go out by the car, and there wasn't any of the panic, there wasn't any of the kind of, because sometimes I find that with the leg pain, because as you know, I get it almost worse in my right side, sometimes my leg can almost just stop working and it'll just drop, and I've not had it as much, so that's been good. And I've almost been able to, I can't pinpoint when that's going to happen, but I can generally feel the days where it's my body's not quite behaving itself, shall we say. So yeah, it's been much better.
Well, those are our 6 sessions for this
They are.
experiment completed. You're feeling heat and cold in certain areas now. That can continue for a couple of days perhaps. So you might find that these sensations will occur randomly or continuously for a few days. It's fine. There's no need to worry. It's just something different. And it's your body carrying on doing what it needs to do to help you. What I'd like to do is have a chat with you perhaps in 2-3 weeks and see how you're getting on, and then you can let us all know what you think of quantum touch and what it's done for you or hasn't done, and we can review it and see how you feel. Would that be okay?
Yeah, absolutely perfect.
Well, I want to thank you so much. It's been a joy doing this with you, so thank you.
Well, thank you too. It's been nice as well to have, you know, even if, you know, people don't go and have it done, it's actually been really nice for me to have this time with you to actually just relax, and I have to make myself relax. And you know, it's the don't come upstairs, this is my time, and even having that has been really good. So thank you.
So we'll say goodbye for now, and we'll speak again soon. Thank you very much, Nicki. Bye bye everybody.
Bye.